I have Randall Kempton with me today. He's the Director of Choral Activities here at BYU-Idaho. Thanks for joining me today.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Good to be here.
Perfect. So, Brother Kempton, before we get into the big event that's coming up, tell us a little bit about just, for people that maybe might not know you here on campus or in the community, tell us a little bit about your time as director and just the responsibilities that you have.
Sure. I've been here 25 years and I currently serve as the choral area coordinator, coordinate the 7 choirs that we have, 500 students who are singing, which is great. We're so excited. In addition to that, I teach conducting and voice lessons and whatever else they ask me to do.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about the big event that you guys are putting on this weekend.
This weekend, yeah. So we're calling this the BYU-Idaho Christmas Sneak Preview. We have the big show with Jeremy Jordan on December 6th in the BYU-Idaho Center with orchestra and our guest artist and everything. This is a chance to hear the choral music, the choral pieces by themselves in the Barris Concert Hall, which is such a great acoustic space. And, with 300 or 270 singers who will be performing in there, the audience just gets a feeling of the surround sound and this sort of, you're hugged by the sound in that Barris Concert Hall. And you just hear things that you don't hear and they do a great job with the audio now in the BYU-Idaho Center for the Christmas show. But being in that concert hall where it's so much more intimate, there's just an experience there that I think the audience will, appreciate that if they really like to hear choral music, they'll hear it in its full color, there in the Barris Concert Hall. And it's a chance for our students to really get a performance before we go onto the big stage. And, that week with Jeremy Jordan will be a very, very busy week. And we'll be mostly working on the technical elements, putting together the orchestra and the lights and the audio and the staging, all of those sorts of things that we won't have time really to work a lot of music things. So this is our chance to really kind of get the music solid and polished. So it's for the audience, but it's also for us.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. Obviously, this is a big deal, as like, that kind of preview that you were talking about, but the main event coming in about 2 weeks' time. So do you guys usually do a preview like this for the main show?
This is the second year we've done it. We haven't usually done it, but we found that it's, again, both helpful for us and helpful for our audiences to have, just that experience in the Barris Concert Hall. So we really like doing it, but this is only the second year we've done it.
And how did it work out last year compared to previous years when you hadn't done it before?
Last year, we noticed a big difference in the performance in the BYU-Idaho Center after we had this preview. It was that the students were comfortable, they felt confident going into that week, and the music they just had nailed. So it was a really positive. So we're repeating it this year.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you for sharing that. So tell us too just about what this concert is composed of as far as the groups of singers, where they come from, that kind of thing.
Sure. For this weekend concert, we have actually the groups that are performing are the collegiate singers, the vocal union, so our contemporary a cappella group, the men's chorus, the Bella Voce women's chorus are all performing. And then we'll also have a set of music from the women's the women's chorus, which is taught by students this year. We've got 2 student directors, and they're doing a fantastic job. I go to their rehearsals, and the women's chorus, it's about 70 ladies, and they are just having so much fun, and they have a great sound and fun music. So they're going to open the concert with a set of Christmas pieces. Again, that I think the audience is just going to love, and then has some African percussion drumming and things. And then the other choirs will do our preview set from the big show. So that's what you'll hear.
Awesome. So tell us a little bit, if you can, about the preview of kind of what different pieces audiences can expect.
Okay, so we'll perform. Like I said, the women's chorus will perform some Christmas pieces. The vocal union will perform a set of pieces from the show. The Go Tell It on the Mountain, which is a kind of a jazz funk gospel sort of version of it. It's totally fun. with choreography, and then Your Mean One, Mr. Grinch, which is always a Christmas favorite, right? And then we'll have I don't know if I should for your listeners. This is so. Thanks for listening on the radio. This is your bonus. So we'll be singing Tennessee Christmas, but with our own version of the words. So I can't reveal them.
That's okay.
But it's sort of in the merit of this honor. We're putting it in the show since they're from Tennessee. But we kind of rewrote the words. And if you come to the show Saturday, you'll hear the full version of the words that in our way that you won't hear in the BYU-Idaho Center. So we're going to do our own version of it in our concert, and I think the audience will be you'll be well rewarded for being there. I'll just say it that way.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks for giving us a little sneak preview. We appreciate it.
Yeah, just a little Easter egg there for your listeners who are who are online.
Yeah, that's awesome. So tell us too just about the time, the effort, the work that's been put in by. Not only, the staff, but also the students that have gone into it, like you mentioned with the students that are helping to direct this.
Yeah, we have put in a lot of time. I mean, just hundreds and hundreds of hours if you count up all of the man hours that have been put into the show by the faculty and students. We've been rehearsing these pieces, some of them since the beginning of the year, but mostly we've been working on them in the October and November, late October. We started really Christmas stuff. So it's been we'll be working on these pieces for 6 weeks. So a lot of time that goes into rehearsing and perfecting them. Some of the arrangements are brand new and have never been heard before. So again, audiences who come are going to hear something that they've never heard anywhere else. Brand new arrangements by our composers and faculty. The students, every time I come to rehearsal, they're just so committed and so, dedicated to getting these pieces, to be great. They really love the show and they want it to be great, and it's going to be really nice.
Yeah. Awesome. Thanks for sharing that. And how often, I guess, with the Christmas program, how often has this happened in the past? Because I assume it's kind of a yearly thing. But I guess tell us about just how long it's been going, but more than anything, kind of the community response, like how the audience has responded when they've attended. Well,
we get good audiences to our choir concerts. We're grateful for that, and people seem to like what we do, especially again in the Bears Concert Hall. You just feel when you have singers behind you, around you, in front of you. There's just a sort of a physical feeling that you just don't get by listening online or on YouTube or things like that. You just don't get that same sense of you're in an audience. You're belonging to this community of people who are having an experience together with the music, and they'll sing along. You'll sing along with 270 trained choral singers and the organ, that Ruffati organ, and it just makes your body vibrate. It's like being at a rock concert in a way. I mean, people go to rock concerts instead of listening online because they have this sort of physical experience, right? And it's really very similar in the Bears Concert Hall. So it's, I love, listening there as opposed to online.
Yeah, definitely extra incentive for people that actually attend in person as well.
Oh, yeah, coming live. There's no substitute for being in that live concert hall.
That's awesome. And if you're, kind of sending out an invitation to people, both that love just, listening to a choir or just, musical elements, that kind of thing, but especially to those that maybe not be as into it or maybe as, I guess, informed about this kind of thing. Why should people come out and attend both this weekend and then the main event that you guys have?
That's a good question. Even for people who are not normal concert goers, they don't, I don't like classical music or I don't like choral music or whatever. There's something in this concert for everyone. There's going to be classical choral music. There's going to be some, traditional carols that everybody loves, like Christmas music. Who doesn't like Christmas music, right? So there's something there for everybody, but we've got versions of it that, are unusual. We've got, like I say, some jazz, gospel, funk. We've got some contemporary a cappella. We've got big or choral orchestral things that are 270 singers singing "O Come All Ye Faithful," at the end, and the audience will join in on Silent Night with us, and singing with that choir and orchestra. Both this show and the main event on December 6th, just being able to sing there and celebrate Christmas together as a community. There's a feeling of belonging there, a feeling of unity, a feeling of, you just feel the spirit. You just feel that we are doing something important. We are celebrating, the Savior's birth, and anybody can do that. Anybody can come and sing Silent Night with the full, but you can't always sing that with a full orchestra and choir. Yeah. That's and a professional Broadway actor, Jeremy Jordan, on December 6th. Participating with him in that celebration of something that's so important to all of us. I can't imagine anybody who would, feel like they didn't belong or felt that it wasn't worth their while.
Thank you for sharing that. And just give us one last rundown of when this one will be, as well as the main event, and then where it'll be, and then any ticket costs, dress code, or anything like that associated with it.
Ooh, ticket costs. I think it's $5 and $10. I think, is that right? Anyway, this concert this weekend, November 22nd, Saturday evening. So put that on your calendars. A little bit different, but Saturday evening is a great time to have it. 7:30 p.m. Bears Concert Hall. The tickets are $5 for students, which is less than the price of a Five Guys hamburger.
That's true.
Okay, $10 for our community. And the main event is absolutely a steal. I don't have any idea why the ticket prices are so low, except that we want people to be able to, we don't want anybody to feel like they can't afford to come. But to see a Broadway, and he's not just a Broadway star, he's actually currently a lead on Broadway in The Great Gatsby. And he is making time out of his schedule. He's having an understudy do his role in New York to come here to Idaho and sing in our show. This is, and he's a Tony nominated performer, and he's absolutely amazing. And to only have $10 for the ticket price for a student, it's absolutely ridiculous. It should be $50, should be $100 to see. And anywhere else in this country, you'd be paying $50 at minimum for the nosebleed seats to see Jeremy Jordan with this kind of, in this kind of setting. So the tickets prices are so low because we want people to be able to come, but you're getting way, way more value for that ticket price than $10 or $20 or whatever it is for the community. It's just ridiculously low. So we hope that everybody has no excuse not to come to the December 6th show, especially.
Yeah, and that one will be at the I Center, correct?
BYU-Idaho Center, yeah. Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah. And the tickets are actually going faster than they have in previous years, because people know Jeremy Jordan from the Newsies, and the TV shows that he's been on. So people are going to come.
Yeah.
So don't wait to get your tickets, is my point.
Yeah, exactly. Get on them right now.
Yeah.
Well, sweet. Anything else, Brother Kempton, that I might have missed?
I'm often asked, how do we get into the choirs? We hold auditions every semester at the beginning of the semester. So usually Friday, Saturday, or I think in January, because school starts on a Wednesday, we have auditions on the Monday, Tuesday before school starts. Anybody can audition, doesn't matter what your major is, and you can be involved in things like this. If you like what you see, come join us.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us today and for sharing.
You bet. My pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.